What is happening, everybody? So today is Friday and just made my first meal of the day. Going to show you guys what it is again. Today I'm going to train, so I'm going to increase my carbohydrates a little bit, but also because it's a Friday, I'm going to be Friday evenings we always tend to normally get some food in, so like takeaway of some sort, like don't bother cooking. And that normally includes, afterwards, some sort of treat, some chocolate, and just some sitting down and watching a film. If you watch one of my previous vlogs, I went over that. So, I'm going to keep the carbs low for this meal, and then have carbs before training as a bit of energy, and then sort of save again until the evening meal, because I'm not sure what we're going to have. Probably going to get a Turkish takeaway, which normally involves rice, and then like I said, afterwards I'm going to be having some chocolate, probably some sort of treat. So this meal is going to be pretty low in terms of carbohydrates. Yeah, so let me show you guys what it is. So first meal of the day, 11 o'clock, so been with clients all morning, just got home, and it's 3 rashers of unsmoked bacon and then 2 fried eggs, fried in a little lump of butter, and then kind of see it looks a bit dark, but sort of little cup full of blueberries as well. So that will tie me over for a little bit. High protein, some fat, that will keep me ticking over, and then I've got some work to do, diet plans, programming, and then take the dog for a walk, and then train before my last couple of clients this evening before I come home and smash out that kebab. So I wanted to talk about something quite important, and it is about how when you're in a relationship or when you are living living with someone, how it can affect your trying to diet. So if you watched my previous vlog, you'll see that when Katie came home, she brought home some donuts, and I'd been good all day, and basically because they were there, she'd spent a bit of money on them. I couldn't say no to the donuts, so I went and had one of the donuts basically. And when you are living with someone, or you're married, or you're boyfriend, girlfriend, and one of you are trying really hard to diet and the other one's not really that fussed, it can make it incredibly difficult for the person that's trying to diet. So, for example, we had a baby 6 weeks ago, as you all know if you've been keeping up with the vlogs, which, you know, we're allowed a period of time where everything's up in the air over that 6 weeks. You know, life's completely different, it's changed. Food-wise, it's a bit harder. You can hear the dog in the background, he's being really annoying, won't stop running around. Then you're allowed that period of time. Katie was also on a diabetic diet during pregnancy, so as soon as she'd had Maggie, she couldn't wait to have some chocolate basically, and then that just kind of opened the floodgates. We were both sort of out of a massive routine, eating lots of chocolate, not eating that great, and I kind of carried on doing that with her because she's there doing it, and it makes it incredibly hard to come home when someone's got loads of treats and chocolate there and abstain from that. But at the same time I was just like, yeah, whatever, like let's just roll with it for now, I'm not really that bothered. But if you are trying really hard to lose weight and someone in your house is doing that all the time, they're bringing home stuff, it's going to make it even harder for you. So there needs to come a point where maybe you need to sit down and have this conversation about, you know, look, I'm really trying hard to do this, and you're bringing this stuff home and you're doing this, and that's making it even harder, and it's really testing my willpower, etc. So maybe you need to have this conversation to say, you know, if you want to, you carry on eating the way you want to eat, but maybe like don't do it right in front of me, or don't bring that chocolate and all that stuff home. Try and like be more supportive. Don't pop ideas of like when you get home and you're tired and you're like, let's just get a takeaway. If you didn't want to do that, you need to have that conversation with that person so that they understand what you're trying to do and they're trying to make it as easy as possible for you. If both of you are trying to lose weight, trying to get fit, trying to get healthier and on the journey at the same time, it makes it so much easier, because you're both in the game together. But quite often one of you is and one of you isn't. So there needs to be a point where maybe you have a conversation so that you can talk about those things, and then they could make your life a bit easier by listening to you and changing some of those things so that you could stick to your diet. So I just wanted to address that, because I know that from my experience over the past sort of 6 weeks, I've been more than happy to indulge. I'm not really that bothered, don't really have any weight loss goals as such, but it's started getting to a stage where like, no, I want to start eating a bit better now, I want to start finding a routine again. And Katie is the same, she's started to find that routine as well. However, like when she brings home stuff like last night, like the donuts, it's like, oh my God, okay, I'll have a donut, because I don't have any other reason to necessarily abstain from those donuts. I'm not trying to lose weight or anything, I'm just trying to eat a bit better, try and cut down on eating so much chocolate and sugar. So there's no reason to hold that willpower and be like, yeah, I won't have that. So I just gave in and had it. But what I'm trying to say is, hopefully, if you find yourself in that situation, or you've been in that situation, or you're in that situation at the moment, then maybe that's something you need to think about, and that's a discussion you need to have. Testing out the old Snapchat filters.
Oh, look at me. I look like Joe.
Let me see. Pre-gym. So going to go to the gym with Jim. I'm going to have this. It's one of my favourites, to really get those carbs in there before a workout. M&S Triple Chocolate Crunch. Now, if you want a cereal that tastes seriously amazing, but will also completely destroy your daily calories, then this is the one. So one bowl is probably the equivalent of about 400 or 500 calories. I mean, one serving is 212 calories, but we all know that my size is probably going to be double serving, so it's about 430 calories for that. So I'm going to treat that kind of as lunch. So I'll have that with a protein shake before I go and exercise, and before my last couple of clients tonight. So I went down the gym before I had my evening clients and decided to do a workout myself, fueled by my cereal. So I started off with a 12-minute EMOM, every minute on the minute. Minute 1 is banded hip thrusts, really focusing on keeping my legs nice and wide and keeping that tension on my on the band the whole time, so I can really feel it firing through my glutes and through my hips. I did 20 repetitions of those, and then from there, minute 2 was moving on to hanging leg raises, and I did 10 of those, really trying to focus on the contraction through the abdominals and trying not to swing too much. And then from there went into TRX circles. So coming into a plank position on the TRX, this is during minute 3, and then doing 10 semicircles. So the idea behind this is you're in that plank position, and each time you reach your arms out, it just becomes harder to stabilize yourself. So mainly a core focused warm up, 12-minute EMOM. By the end of it, my abdominals were killing me. Then I moved into the main bit of the workout, and it was 4 rounds of barbell reverse lunges, altering legs, and the knee taps the ground on each repetition. And I did 20 of those, and these really get your glutes firing and your quads. And the key here is you take a nice deep breath in and then lunge back and exhale on the way up, and you really want to drive that front foot into the ground as hard as you possibly can and keep your knee straight. So what you don't want to happen is your knee to cave inwards, but that's a real leg burner. And then from there, it was supersetted with single leg step ups. So went straight into alternating the step ups, driving your foot into the box as hard as possible. Imagine that you're trying to crush the box with your leg. So you're really creating some force through that front leg. Switching legs each time, and again 20 repetitions. The key here is what you do with your upper body is you squeeze your shoulder blades back and keep them squeezed back the whole time so that your arms stay tight by your sides and there's no movement within your upper body. So all the force that you are generating comes down through your legs. Then to finish the workout, this is an absolute killer. So it's 10 seconds of TRX single arm plank on each side. So 10 seconds on one arm, 10 seconds on the other, and then straight into a 20 to 30 second plank on there. And by the end of this, your abs are going to be killing you. The idea here is keep your bum nice and high and tuck your belly button as if it's trying to face towards your face. And what that does is by turning that, you're tilting your pelvis and you're really engaging your core. But this is a brilliant abs exercise. Finished work for the day, Friday evening. Trained a couple of clients, trained myself, as you will have seen in the video. And now I'll show everybody your cricket bat. Arthur wants to show you his cricket bat. He's been playing cricket this afternoon in the rain. We went to the Turkish takeaway and got a lamb kebab. This thing is unreal. So this is dinner. So I trained, after training, haven't eaten anything. So, lamb kebabs, there's a bit of spicy sauce on there, big side salad, and then there's rice tucked under there somewhere. So, I probably won't eat all of the rice, because afterwards we've got a dessert as well. So, saving myself for some of that. So, carbs have been slightly higher. Arthur is desperate to show you his cricket bat, so let's do that. Wow. What is that?
It's a cricket bat.
Cricket bat?
Yeah.
What have you been doing with it?
I've been playing cricket with my cousin called Harry, also with my friend called Simon, also with my other friend called Chris.
Wow.
And they're my school friends.
That's amazing. And what have you had for dinner?
Chocolate buttons.
Chocolate buttons. And
what else did you have?
And I had McDonald's.
whoa! Mucky Diz.
McDonald's.
So, kebab done. I left half the rice like I said I would because I want to save some of those carbs, calories, etc. for dessert. And for dessert on this fine Friday evening we have triple chocolate cookie pudding from M&S. This is lovely. And then we'll have a little bit of Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream and a little bit of chocolate fudge brownie ice cream.
And ice cream.
Not the whole tub, just a little bit. But we're going to have a nice dessert, we're going to chill out, sit down on the sofa, watch a bit of TV.
And then, so what's Horrid Henry?
Yeah, we're watching Horrid Henry at the moment, but that will stop in a minute. And then that is it. So today was a training day, it's Friday evening, slightly...
Can I tell everyone that I went to cricket?
Yeah, I've told them. Slightly higher amount of carbs consumed. I will. Slightly higher amount of carbs consumed today. One, because it is a Friday evening. So it's the night where, you know, we have a bit of a treat. But also because I did train earlier and it was a pretty good session.
Now can I tell them?
Arthur wants to tell you again. What do you want to tell them?
I went to cricket.
He went to cricket. Just in case you didn't hear him the first time. So, that is the end of today's vlog, showing you guys another day of carb cycling, slightly higher carb day. So we had no carbs with breakfast, had a carb meal before training, and then obviously this evening, and that is a typical day for me.
See you in the next one.